Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is my name is Shafaq Rahman. Today I am going to present a topic under the instruction of Dr. Amanat Ali. My name is Shafaq and I have done my BS from UT Texla. I am currently working as an STU building in Communication and Works Department. My other group members are Rawan Tadarali, Muhammad Usman, and Wadud Ahmed. Rawan Tadarali is working in the Irrigation Department as a PM of Kinar, and Muhammad Usman is working as the District Planning Officer, and Wadud Ahmed is running his own construction company. Now, moving toward my topic, that is evaluation report on the construction of police station Jauharabad, Khushab. The content of our presentation is introduction of the project, analysis of the report, objective, evaluation methodology that is adopted in our evaluation report, and the data collection tool, evaluation design, and finally the results of this evaluation report. Moving toward the introduction of this evaluation report, in August 2020, a PC4 was submitted for the evaluation of this project. Either this project is workable or not. The DG MLE conducted the evaluation report, keeping all the factors that affected the construction of this project and the impact of this project, and finally the result of this intervention. The purpose of this evaluation report is basically to assess whether the project is completing its objective or its scope, all the concerned things that was supposed to complete by this project. The objective of this project is basically to evaluate the result and achievement of the project in the context of relevance, effectiveness, efficiency, sustainability, and impact of the project implementation. This intervention is useful for the public or not. All the terms that are used in the objective of this evaluation is relevance. Relevance is basically assessing whether the project is right intervention that is used for the issues of the public to deal all the concerned issues that was identified earlier of this project. And relevance is basically assessing the project, including the backtracking decision trees, identifying the reason for the change in the scope, and analyzing the gaps in the planning and actual work. The next term is effectiveness. Effectiveness is basically how well the objective of the project is fulfilled that was fixed at the start of this project by taking into account the account of the project on the beneficiaries. The next is efficiency. Efficiency is basically related to the input and output. Efficiency of any project is measured through its analysis of the output and input, how minimum input it's taking, and how the desired result of the project are obtained. Often there is a trade-off involved with the quality of input versus the cost involved, that is least cost method. But a least cost method often compromise on the quality of the project, so involving careful decision making on the part of project executioners. The efficiency is a very important term that we are going to deal in this evaluation. The next one is the sustainability. The project may fulfill all the above criteria, but its positive impacts are not long lasting. The project loses its worthiness. Sustainability deals with asking the question either the availability of sufficient resources to maintain the project result are available or not. It is the most important evaluation measure that is concerned with how well the project is environmentally and financially sustainable. We are going to evaluate our report with respect to all these 4 points. The evaluation methodology that is adopted in our evaluation report is the team formation, and the next is the project documentation review. The project documentation review is done through the progress review of the project. PC1 that was submitted at the start of the project, and all other concerned documents of the project, that is its drawing, estimates, BOQ, and all the concerned data. The next is identifying the project key indicator. The project key indicator are identified through the cost of the project, the duration that is taken by for the execution of the project, and its objective, physical achievements, and the financial achievements of the project. After identifying the key indicators, the next step is the physical activity and data collection. Data is collection through the site visit and interview by reviewing its physical progress, its financial progress, and the procurement progress of the project. After the data collection, the data is analyzed and interpreted through the site maps and assessment of this evaluation report, and the project cost analysis. The project cost analysis is basic analysis used in this evaluation report. After the analysis of the data, the next step is the observation and recommendation. All the basic points that is observed in this evaluation report and recommendation for the similar project in the future, and the final result is submitted of this report for use in the future. Now I would like to invite my next group member, Mr. Intezar, to continue the presentation.
Data collection tool. The data collection instruments for assessment of project objectives, scope of work, required project documents, and beneficiary survey questionnaire were developed before the execution for the field visit. The survey questionnaire are very important and are the key indicators for any success of any project. If your survey questionnaires are perfect, are measurable, are specific, then you can get the required and achieved results for your project. So data collection tool is very important, and the survey questionnaire development is very basic and fundamental thing for the success of any project. Technical assessment and analysis of report. The following major assessment parameters indicators were used. Assessment of project design and achievements of project objectives. Assessing the project design, and by designing this design, after following the execution of this design, we can achieve our target or not. So assessment of project design and achievements of project objectives are very important. The other one is assessment of construction performance. If the execution is in progress, the construction work is in progress, what are the indicators, what should be the indicators? By using the indicators, you can achieve your target, you can achieve the progress rate, you can achieve the monthly progress and targets. So assessment of construction performance, you can achieve monthly, daily, and yearly progress of your project, which will give you the exact time, exact cost, and exact target of your goal. The assessment of procurement process. The procurement process is very, very important for any type of project of any field, because procuring the material, procurement of manpower, procurement of any other things which are necessary for the construction activities or for the project, it is very, very important. If your procurement process is slow, you are delaying your project. So assessment of procurement process. The next one is assessment of project timeline. You all know that timeline and cost are the key figures and key factors of any project. If you are targeting a plan for 2 years or 3 years, and you are achieving this your target instead of 2 years in 4 years, what will be the factor you will use to achieve your target of timeline? So assessment of project timeline is very, very important to achieve your project timely. The next one is assessment of project expenditures. As I have already told you that expenditure and timeline means cost and time are two main key indicators and key figures for any project. If your cost is reducing, you are completing your project timely. If you are delaying your project, you are exceeding from your required cost. My next slide is current status of objective achievement. Partially achieved as procurement of land on which police station is constructed is still in process. Land acquisition is very, very important for any project. If you don't have any land, if you don't have any place on which you are going to start your project, you cannot achieve your target. First of all, you should have land, then you will start your project. In this point, in this slide, I want to say that partially achieved, as the police station in Jauharabad is going to be constructed, but the land for the construction of police station was not procured, was not acquired completely. This is the main reason to start the construction activity. First of all, you will acquire your land and give it to the contractor. After acquisition of land, he will start the work, and this is the beginning of project. Land acquisition is very key factor for delaying any project. Next slide. Observations and recommendations. Project objectives are not smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. Objective is a generic statement that is not measurable, such as to facilitate the public residing in the jurisdiction of police station, city Jauharabad for better community service or policing. The original gestation period of the project was 30 months and revised gestation period of project is 67 months, while the civil works of project were completed in 52 months. From this slide, you can easily conclude the result that 30 months was the original time for this project, but revised gestation period of project is 67 months. This delay is happening due to the partially acquisition of land, poor planning, poor policy making, and poor assessment of key indicators. If we have key indicators in a specific way, in a smart way, then you can achieve your target easily. Land acquisition was a big problem in this case. Next slide. The construction work of building of police station was completed efficiently as feedback by the staff of police station under section 3.1.4 client satisfaction survey. The police station building was observed to be sustainable under the operation and maintenance of the police department as well as the C&W department. Next, conclusion. Comprehensive review of the project documents, analysis of the data, physical verification, and functional assessment of equipment, planning, implementation, procurement, and financial indicators, field visits and interviews, meetings with stakeholders suggest that the project construction of police station city Jauharabad, district Khushab may be ranked as partially successful intervention. In the last, I would like to say that this project is partially successful due to land acquisition process. If we have land acquired timely for this project, we can complete it completely within time. Overall, after starting the construction work, the contractor completed its construction activity within time. So we should we should develop the indicators in a proper way before the project start. And at the end, we would like to thank our all class fellows, our teachers, especially Sir Dr. Manat Ali. He is a gentleman and he taught us in a proper and in a light mood. He taught us a lot of things which will be helpful for us in our daily routine and in our office job. Thanks.